As we celebrate Chithirai or Chaitra, the first month in the Hindu calendar, many temples have special pujas and festivals ongoing to mark this occasion. The city of Madurai perhaps has the most famous festival around these times. The Chithirai Thiruvizha, as it is called, lasts a month and is a divine blend of Shaiva and Vaishnava traditions. Goddess Meenakshi Devi's divine wedding to Sundareshwar is the highlight of the festival, and it happens during the first half of the month. The Chithirai festival focus shifts midway onto Kal Alagar Perumal as Vishnu is worshipped in this temple city. Both sets of festivities are interconnected and attract huge devotee presence. On the fifth day of the festival, Goddess Meenakshi Devi is taken around the massy streets surrounding the ancient and magnificent Madurai Meenakshi temple on a golden horse and wearing stirrups. These stirrups, usually worn for comfort during riding, are made of gold and studded with gems. There is an amazing story behind these golden stirrups that reinforces our faith in God, cutting across beliefs. Let's hear the story. During the British Rajya, there was an Englishman, Rouse Peter, who was the collector of Madurai from 1812 to 28. He was a good administrator and was respectful of Hindus and their traditions while being a Christian himself. His office and residence were on either side of Madurai Meenakshi temple. He was also in charge of this temple's administration. And as a mark of respect for the goddess, every morning Peter used to ride barefoot on his horse to go around the temple as if doing pradakshinam. He is said to have protected the region from rampaging wild elephants and also contributed to developing the local population. He has also donated jewels to the two major temples in the town, the Meenakshi Amman and Kallalagar Perumal temples. He was so connected with the people that the locals called him Peter Pandian, giving him the surname Pandian in recognition of his good administration, which they compared favorably with that of the Pandya kings who used to rule Madurai region till the early 1600s. Once, during the monsoon season, it was raining very heavily. The river Vaigai that flows in Madurai was in spate, threatening to flood the city. That night, a sleeping Peter was woken up, startled by the sound of anklets inside his house. To his astonishment, he saw a small girl dressed in silk and jewelry calling out to him, "Peter, come! Peter, come!" As he got up to reach out to her, she moved further back and out of the house. His curiosity aroused, Peter too came out of the bungalow and began following her. As he came out running, he heard a loud noise behind him and turned to look back. And to his horror, saw his bungalow being struck by lightning and collapse. He could also see the river waters rising dangerously beyond. Shocked, he turned around only to see the young girl enter the Meenakshi temple, go into the Garbhagriha and vanish. Overwhelmed with the happenings, Peter thought to himself, "This girl saved my life. I think she is goddess Meenakshi herself. Thank you, Devi." Grateful for being alive and wanting to contribute something to the temple in return, Peter consulted its archakas. Since she had come barefoot to his house, he decided to give her a pair of golden stirrups to cover her feet. These stirrups had rubies, emeralds, diamonds and other stones embedded on the gold and with Peter's name etched behind. These stirrups have since been kept safely by the temple. Peter's connection with Madurai and goddess Meenakshi did not stop with this. After retirement, he rejected the option to return to his homeland and continue to live in Madurai, and as per his last wish, was buried facing the temple. Peter's legacy, however, stays on. Even to this day, on the Panchami or fifth day of the Chithirai festival, goddess Meenakshi is taken around seated on a golden Ashva Vahana or her horse mount with these stirrups adorning her feet. The pair of Padhukas are known as Peter Padhukas even now. And there are Tamil ballads sung even today, composed almost 200 years ago, that relate the story of this devout and sincere collector singing his praise and describing his divine experience.